will it work is the question.
That was like
Yeah.
3 seconds longer than it should have been. I loved it.
Which makes it perfect.
Yes.
I should not have done that. That was
Oh, God. Do you have a bucket?
always.
Hello, one and all.
Hey!
And welcome to this episode of Wasting All the Time, Level 3. My name is Dave. I will be your host for this episode, but I will not be doing it alone. Nay, in fact, I will be joined by 2 of the 3 usual cohorts. I am joined this evening as we record by John
I'm John.
and Cody.
Oh, that's me. I'm technically conscious.
We will be doing an improv comedy podcast, and I'm going to begin things with a segment of my very own called Science Time with Dave. In this segment, I will be pulling up a random topic to discuss and then telling you all about it from my just really, really, really deep well of scientific knowledge.
It's deep.
So I will let the handy dandy science time wheel spin to determine what we talk about today.
Make sure you
Let's-
don't reinvent it.
Yes, I will try not to reinvent the wheel for the first time ever. Here we go. Today we will be talking about Pluto.
Get ready to learn because it's Science Time with Dave.
That's right. Few times in history has something as controversial as Pluto been faced by the general public. That's right. At first observed by a guy who did science stuff through telescopes, and then later confirmed by other similarly situated folks around the world, Pluto was at one time called the 9th planet. Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, yeah, the 9th planet. Until, of course, scientists discovered other things out in the solar system that were just as big and were not considered planets. And so then they all got together and said, well, shit, we've been calling this a planet all this time, but maybe we need to figure out what a planet actually is, because this was determined originally in like the friggin' forever agos. And we're scientists. We want to be clear with our definitions. So they had a vote and decided, no, these things are not planets. And that got a lot of people mad. But it's pretty cool. And New Horizons. Google it.
So, what you're telling this committee is that you would like to name the planet after your, let's see what the notes here, after your dog. Is that correct?
Yes. I don't see what's wrong with that. Everyone's named the other planets after like weird shit that doesn't exist. So I don't see why I can't name this one Rover.
Well, this is the solar system. That's where solar system comes from. The sun is soul.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So perhaps something in keeping with the theme might be a bit more appropriate. Perhaps he could be something not so pedestrian.
Well, I mean, let's not rule it out entirely. We don't even know what the name of his dog is. What is the name of your dog, sir?
It's Rover.
See?
Oh.
You see?
I'm sorry, I was on TikTok.
Fucking millennials, man.
Yes.
We've both got
yes.
these big mustaches. That means we're important.
Mm.
Big. Big mustache. All right. Well, Rover, yes, I don't think that's very good.
No, we've already got Planet Mood.
Yes. I mean, planet already comes from the root meaning like moving star, basically. And so if you call it Rover, it's a little bit like, I don't know, redundant.
Okay, I mean, if
Hella
you're gonna be like
redundant.
fucking boomers about this, I guess I can change my dog's name.
Make up your mind.
What are good dog names, guys?
My
Spot.
aunt had one named
Spot.
Commander Barkington.
Commander Barkington.
How
He
cute.
was.
Okay,
He was a
yeah.
feisty
So the
little
planet's
guy,
name
I
is
bet.
Commander Barkington.
No, that wasn't in serious.
What? I mean, a planet can't be a commander. That's ridiculous. That doesn't
No,
make
it'd be
any
confusing
sense
if we ever
if you
did a
think
mission.
about it.
I mean, you
Oh.
named one of them Mars, and that's like the god of war. That's how much more commander can you get than that?
It's also a god of war.
We didn't.
We named it after the candy bar.
We didn't. Someone did.
I mean,
They
no,
named
yeah,
it
we
after the
didn't,
candy
yeah.
bar.
Ridiculous. What idiot did that?
Dudes, I know that you're. I don't know. Are you vampires? I know that you've been alive for like forever.
Shut
whatever.
up.
You know,
I mean, no.
I know you.
dumb.
You named the
No,
planets. It's
certainly
fine.
not.
Yeah,
That's not
Certainly
groovy. It's not groovy at all.
I mean, you're definitely. I mean, you're wearing that vampire ass tie.
It's a cravat. I mean, whatever this is, whatever height of fashion
And
I look striking in.
Mhm.
I just put on what's at the foot of the bed.
Look, I understand that you guys have standards and whatever, but you know, it's
Yes.
sentimental to me. I found a planet.
Yes. That the council must admit that's pretty impressive, I guess. Yes.
I
Okay.
was really, really hoping that you would say that you invented a planet so I could jump on you about that, but you said the right thing.
Would it be better if I
Like a
invented?
guy.
I mean, I could invent one too.
I mean, it
found
would make
one.
my evening more fun when I get to, lord it over you that you didn't invent it.
Okay,
Damn it, Stevedore, why are you giving him ideas?
I've got a Minecraft server.
no. Oh,
Oh, now you've done it. Great, here we
very-
go. Redstone and diamond pickaxes. Oh, I'm gonna build the Enterprise. Just get on
Why
with
don't
it.
you name your planet after something nice like Minecraft?
Or
Planet Minecraft.
that's the worst I know. I'm going
Has
to
a ring
veto
to
that
it.
by killing one of you.
Well, he came up with it.
If it comes to that, I don't mean like immediately. I mean if it comes to that.
You brought up Minecraft.
I brought it up, but I didn't want to name a planet after it.
No one's going to be dying here.
No,
No
it
one's getting
was
killed.
it was hyperbole. Okay.
So hyper.
Planet Food Bowl.
Oh, I do like food bowls.
That would be good. Pretty much any type of cuisine, if you can get it in a bowl, it's good.
You don't have to worry about offending the vegans because they can have food too,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I
No, right?
suppose.
That's a thing. Vegans can have food. I don't know what their trend is today.
I don't
My
know. It seems like they don't eat anything.
loves the Food Bowl, so it still has the tie-in.
Don't say that.
Mm.
We're just going to
Although,
agree.
if somebody were to eat someone from Planet Food Bowl, it wouldn't be outside the realm of acceptability because they are living in a food bowl. So, theoretically.
Yep.
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
I don't plan on visiting. I just found it.
Yeah, it looks
Oh.
like a shithole.
Yeah. Oh. Ding.
The anguish in your face when I said hyperbole was brilliant.
Oh, very strange.
Yes, indeed.
Heard it here first. Planets were named by vampires
Yes. Without question.
No, they're normal people.
who just happen to live very, very long times and drink blood.
That's all. But that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Most of
That's
some of the rest
most
of the stuff is fake
Mm-hmm.
or not always true. It's mostly true.
It's like falsehood adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that we have done that, I'm going to hand.
Sorry.
I'm going to hand things over to my cohort John for whatever it is that he brought for us to
Okay.
do. Here we go.
Hey there. So this week I was thinking we could try out one. I think it's been a little while since we played it. And it's a game I came up with a while back called Pundit Show.
Yes.
And so the way this game is played is 3 players generally. So first player is a political news pundit who is hosting their own nightly news show. They have a brief monologue about a recent development in the news. They then bring on an expert on that subject. It's a brief interview. They then bring on a second expert with an opposing viewpoint to the first expert. And they have a roundtable / general melee. Of course, the pundit is encouraged to be extraordinarily partisan, taking sides, ganging up against the lone dissenter, all that good stuff.
Welcome back to Thought Record. I'm your host, Chad Sterlington, and on today's Thought Record, we're giving you something that honestly doesn't require a lot of thought at all, because honestly it's obvious, but we're going to think about it anyway. A recent Governor Havington, had a sex tape leaked. Governor Havington obviously supposed to be a very stand-up individual, but we're going to bring on some people who know what they're talking about more than you, and they're going to tell you what's on Thought Record. First up, our very first guest, he is a professor at a political science university, Northamptonshire, Edwin Markheimer. Edwin, say hello to the people. Tell us what's going on what's on your Thought Record.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on your program. I'm very happy to be here. I've been thinking a lot about this sex tape. Some say too much. But really, I've wanted to provide the deep analysis that has come to be expected from me on such topics. So yes, I'm very happy to discuss this sex tape with you and all the lewd details and tawdriness. And yes, I definitely have strong opinions about it. I think that this is a big win for the governor. Big win. And,
Exactly.
Yes, I think that this is a smart move. He's played this just right. The timing in the election and everything, you know, it's going to be really set him up to be a shoe-in for the next election, as it were. This is going to play very well with his base.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, a little bit of a pun. But, yes.
Explain yourself.
Yes, well, of course, in the sex tape of the governor, it was very much focused on anal play. And I think that is going to play, again, well with his base.
All right, then, keep your secrets. You know, it's always good to have a political science professor here to tell us what to think because they know more than us. But
Yes.
here on... See, I said but? I'm going to assume that was a pun. Here on Thought Record, we don't just have one side of the record. There's always a B side. There's always the side that's opposite to the truth, and that's what we're going to have here today with our other speaker. He's a blog post journalist from upstate New York. Please welcome Kyle Marsham. Kyle, welcome to the show. Welcome to Thought Record. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yeah. So I just need to say that I really disagree with what the professor had to say. Largely on the fact that, like, you know, if you really watch the tape in question, it's just it's not very good. Like
Explain yourself.
Well, like on the level of like pornography, like it's not good porn. Like, you know, I understand that, you know, it's
amateur.
I know it's Governor what's his name, but it's like, you know, the camera angles are kind of crap.
It's amateur. It's supposed to play like amateur.
Well, it's I mean, it's very amateur in that I can't see what's going on most of the time. I mean, everyone keeps saying it's anal action, and I'm just having to take people's word for that. Because
so you're saying that you've consumed a lot of professional pornography, Kyle? Is that correct?
oh, a lot, yeah. And this is like not even in the upper 50 percentile. Honestly, this is like
that's just your experience, Kyle. I mean, I've
and my
studied
experience
this from a
is
distance.
vast.
I've read about it. I've read papers and discussed it with colleagues. And have I viewed any directly myself? Not much, no.
Okay,
But that's not my fault.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're gonna have to come back then after you've done some time with your dick in your hand, then, because I don't think you're qualified to have this discussion with us.
Interesting side note, Dick in Hand was the subtitle of the governor's sex tape. Anyway, continue.
A brilliant stroke.
Please say ding. Oh,
Thank you for bringing Pundit Show to the table, John.
Yes.
sure, that was fun.
And-
It's
I really liked John's take that it wasn't, oh no, this is bad for the governor, this is something. It was the other angle of like, this just wasn't very good porn. And Dave's trying to be like, shut the fuck up, it's great.
all right. We are now going to hand things over to our other cohort, Cody, for something that he brings. Let's do that now.
This is one of my more enjoyable things to do, and in advance, I'm sorry, Dave, except not really. Because there's only 3 of us, we are going to play Where is a Jess?
Oh, boy.
We have played Where is John? But John's here. We know where John is. I can see him. I can see part of him. I have one data point as to where John. Anyway, we're going to play Where is Jess based on, rumor, conjecture, what we've heard, things going on. And
Definitely heard some things.
we've heard some things. So we'll go me, John, Dave, because that's what the order is on my screen. Well, Jess isn't here, but I heard that Jess was in a fencing competition.
I heard she was in a fencing competition that was part of a big Renaissance fair.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard that Jess was part of. It was in a fencing competition that was part of a big Ren fair, and the competition took place on a boat.
So you're telling me that Jess was in a fencing competition that was part of Ren Fair that took place on a big boat, and she won Grand Master?
Yeah. She was in a fencing contest at a Ren fair that took place on a boat, and she won Grand Master because she was able to beat George Michael.
Whoa. Okay, that's a twist. Because I had heard that Jess won a fencing competition that was part of a big Ren fair that took place on a giant boat. And she was made Grand Master because she beat George Michael?
Mm-hmm.
George Michael, who is a reference I definitely know.
Me too.
And she was celebrated with a grand concert.
This is the same Jess that was in a fencing competition that was part of a big Ren Fair that was on a huge boat, and she won Grand Champion by beating George Michael, and she was celebrated with a grand concert where they had Sting with Freddie Mercury? We still alive?
Just like George Michael.
Yes.
But yes. I heard that Jess won a fencing contest that took place at a Ren fair on a big boat. She was named Grand Master because she beat George Michael, and she was celebrated with a grand concert at which Sting and Freddie Mercury both performed. And at the end, Merlin came out and dubbed her a knight.
Yeah. Jess won a fencing competition at a Ren fair. It took place on a big boat. Big old boat. A big ass boat. Something Cody said, then George Michael, then concert, and then Sting, and then whatever John just said.
Let's try it one more time.
Okay.
Let's go Dave, myself, John. We'll start with Dave. So Dave, you can have the anchor for this memory.
Oh yeah, no, I mean what we were just talking about, that was yesterday. Today I heard that Jess was in Guatemala.
Guatemala. Ooh.
Are you telling me Jess was in Guatemala smuggling llamas?
Yeah, she was in Guatemala smuggling llamas as part of a big cartel ring.
Yeah, Jess was in Guatemala smuggling llamas as part of a big drug cartel ring run by her mama.
Jess was in Guatemala smuggling llamas as part of our cartel ring, was run by her mama, and she was causing drama?
Yes, Jess was in Guatemala smuggling llamas as part of a cartel ring run by her mama, where she was causing drama. Because I guess that's karma.
Jess was in Guatemala smuggling llamas, part of our cartel ran by her mama. She was causing drama. Oh, fuck.
He just said it.
I know. But I had to remember the other parts and they pushed it out. It also rhymed though, right?
Sort of.
It had assonance.
Yes. So we run by her mama. She was causing drama. But that's karma. Just got a mall. Smuggling llamas. Part of cartel run by her mama, causing drama. That's karma. And
I need a fat beat so I can rap over this.
She awesome. Had to get them airlifted.
Our Jess, who was in Guatemala smuggling llamas as part of a drug cartel ring that was run by her mama, and she was causing drama, but that's karma, and she had to get them airlifted because those llamas were thrifted.
Yeah. Yeah, Jess was in Guatemala smuggling llamas as part of a cartel ring run by her mama. She was causing drama, but that's karma, and airlifted out.
Shit. It's hard. This game is so hard.
Oh, I thought of what I wanted to add, and it totally erased what Cody said.
Yeah.
I get that a lot, actually.
Yeah, no, I don't have
What did you say, Cody? I was thinking about what you should have said.
Are you my ex? It rhymed with lifted. They got thrifted. Like she had to thrift shop the llamas.
That was too big a leap.
You want to hear something cool?
What?
I had also forgotten it already. And I didn't even have to remember anything else yet.
Yeah.
That's where Jess has been.
That's where Jess has been. You're welcome. Because that's one of my favorite games, because for whatever reason, despite my generally shitty memory and poor executive function, I tear it up at that game.
All right. So that is about going to do it for our episode this week. We hope you enjoyed it. If in fact you did enjoy it, and one part in particular, then let us know about it at wastingallthetime.com/vote. We will take everyone's suggestions throughout the year and put them up for a vote, if you couldn't tell by the URL, at the end of the year. We'll look at our top 10 scenes and have a good old time.
We'll have a good old time. See what I did there?
Yep.
I'm sorry. Carry on.
If you have anything that you'd like to send to us, go to wastingallthetime.com/contact or email us at timewastepod@gmail.com. Until next time, I have been Dave.
I was John.
And this one was Cody.
And we wasted all the time. Bon voyage.
Butts.
Good night, folks.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end of another episode of Wasting All the Time, a podcast. If you enjoyed this show, then please consider subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, or follow us on Spotify. If you really enjoyed the show, then head on over to patreon.com/timewastepod and become a supporter of our time-wasting efforts. Now, that was a lot of things I just threw at you, so if you forget all that, just head on over to wastingallthetime.com, and there we have all the answers.
That would be your call, Mr. Hanson.
Oh, yes. Sorry. It's Dave's episode, but it's my game. Ding. Oh, I'm not going to get better than that.
Ever? Maybe. On this show? Probably.
Ever? Maybe. No, not at all, ever.
Well, not like about it, like kind of meta about it.
I just thought it was great. Is this the first example of this ever? Maybe. I mean, let's not rule it out. We're innovators after all.
Right.
So that was Pundit Show. Thank you for that.
Yes. My pleasure.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Pleasure, because
now
the scene was about sex.
I didn't like that. Whatever just happened, I didn't like it.
Nope.
Does someone need a gentle ribbing right now?
No, I was going to make a terrible
because
comment,
generally
so
that's
I
for her pleasure.
decided not to.
Ah.
There you go. We'll go with that.
Sex.
Is very funny, yes.
Or in my case.
Oh.
Oh my god.
What is the vocal
All right.
equivalent of a sad trombone? That just happened.
This one.